after the controversy of my last video. Oh, no. Jeez, guys. I kind of decided to spew some more, I guess, hot takes. As the kids put it, my super spicy meatballs of hot takes. That didn't quite sound as normal as I had thought. I'm apparently writing a guide on how to get hate on the internet 101, so freshman class. But my last video about bad guys in the industry made me think about bad guys in general. See, villains, bad guys, like they make a big cultural impact. You got Thanos, Darth Vader, Activision Blizzard, even the Cheetos guy, I would argue, is the symbol of childhood obesity. See, all of these guys are incredibly entertaining. I would argue this is the most entertained I've been by Blizzard in years. But it's easy to see when someone makes a difference in your life, like when the hero matters to you. Rocky Balboa is the original Sigma male who by asexual reproduction has spawned all of these ultra Chad memes. The reject society, commit tax fraud, or something like that. And you've got heroes who've made a personal impact to me, like Samwise Gamgee from Lord of the Rings. The I can't carry the ring, but I can carry you. Or the more popular Potatoes dude. But I think bad guys can change your life too. And I don't mean they're the kind of bad guy who's oh my gosh, they just need love and attention. Wow, look at them, they're actually a good person. No, I mean the mean as a hornet. No amount of snuggles and cuddles and sweet milky time is gonna bring this person back from the evil depths of darkness. No evil Link from Ocarina of Time, you're just a scuffed version of me. I hate when you jump on my sword over and over and over again, and God doesn't love you. But I am here to argue that bad guys who do bad things and are just bad are actually the most important bad guys. I'm down for a redemption arc, but I don't think the most important villain in history has a redemption arc. And I'm not talking from a story perspective, oh, that's a good story. I think it's important for society. And the specific bad guy I'm thinking of, I'm not gonna spoil it yet, I think if he didn't exist, we would be living in a completely different world. In fact, a significantly worse world, more of a cesspit than it already is. And it's not that hard to think of villains who have mattered to you, probably to a degree. You've got Arthas, who is, in my opinion, the coolest World of Warcraft dude. Sauron, Lex Luthor. Heck, even the Grinch was enough to freak me out with his creepy long salad fingers. But when trying to figure out which one of them mattered the most, I think there is only one intellectually honest choice. See, the year is 1852, and I don't know if they talk like this, but they certainly dress like this, and all they ate was mutton. Franklin Pierce was just elected president, and spoiler alert, he was the first and only president to not be endorsed for re-election by his own party for plenty of reasons. But this was when a very special thing happened. See, a woman named Harriet Beecher Stowe just dropped her latest mixtape. Yo, kinda rhymes. And if you have graduated the 10th grade, you know that her Uncle Tom's Cabin is gonna be a really big deal. You see, in 1852 America, this was when they still had slavery. And this is still 50 years after William Wilberforce, led the whole charge in Britain to get rid of slavery. So, we're kind of lagging behind a little bit, America. Come on, guys. What are you doing? And you see, when talking about getting your act together, America, Uncle Tom's Cabin actually became the second best-selling book of the 19th century, which meant she was the second best-selling author next to God, because like the Bible was first. You see, in the book, like Uncle Tom's Cabin, not the Bible, Uncle Tom is a slave, and he is like an absolute saint. He saves the life of this little girl and is like a genuinely good dude. Again, have you graduated 10th grade? Because this might all be like new to you. After a series of events, the little girl's last wish that Tom saves is for her dad to release all of the slaves they have, and subsequently releasing Tom. But then the literal reason for this video kills her father and says, you know what, no, I'm actually going to take all of you guys as my slaves. And his name is Simon Legree. See, Simon is the opposite of Tom. Tom is like a good person, and even to his own detriment stays true to his moral Christian values, right? And Simon is the exact opposite. See, Simon's brutality is the stand-in for what slavery was at that time. And even though Tom dies in the end, he stays the representation of what is good not being corrupted by the evil forces that is Simon. So in the long run, Tom wins. And I'm not talking about like in the story of the book Tom wins. I'm talking about like as a like social movement. See, this book caught fire. The book was so powerful that it got fake newsed by the like South of America. And despite that, it still sold like over 300,000 copies in the first year. And that's like not easy when you've got like 400 people living in a town back then. See, the country was going through a big change because after Franklin Pierce lost, James Buchanan became president. Then like 8 years later, after Uncle Tom's Cabin was released, you got good old Honest Abe himself coming into office. And there is a reason why people say that her book laid the groundwork for Honest Abe to come into office. See, all movements need like a face. Someone to follow or someone to like wrestle against. And the reprehensible Simon Legree became like the symbol for all slavery in the United States. His name alone kept kids up way past their bedtime and like made adults think, oh, you know, maybe this whole slavery thing isn't such a good idea. And that's because even though Simon was a fictional character, his attributes were very real. See, the malice, the ill intent, the abuse that Simon would put the characters of the book through, that was not just a stand-in for how bad slavery is. He was the funnel for everyone to see the truth behind slavery and the malevolence that anyone who participated in that evil practice had to have a part of them. See, like, yeah, Freddy Krueger will keep you up at night. The Joker will make you want to see Batman get better and win. But Simon literally ignited the fuse to abolish one of mankind's greatest sins. You see, when Caesar took power, like a long time ago, people were able to rally in opposition to him because they made him a symbol of tyranny. I mean, like, most people like knew each other back then. It was a small world, but you know what I mean. It was a time when the little people rose up against the people with power and the people with money, and the little people won. It kind of reminds you of an ongoing court case that we previously talked about. Even though some of you may never have heard of this guy before, maybe you didn't go to school in the States, maybe you didn't graduate 10th grade, but I think there's something here. In fact, I would say Simon Legree is the most important fictional villain of all time. That's why during the Civil War, then President Abraham Lincoln said this: "So you're the little woman who wrote the book that started this great war." And I think if Honest Abe said it was important, then I think it's important too. So yeah, just a quick thought. Like, comment, subscribe, and thanks for watching.